Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Tuam, and today I'm going to talk with Clara Batten, an actress, a writer, who has posted many funny videos, especially recently, to different platforms, including TikTok and Instagram. Let's check if she's around. Hi to everyone. So I'm waiting for her to join the chat so that we can get it started. So let me check. Yeah, she will be here by any minute. It's her first time to do the Insta Live, so I hope it won't be difficult for her. Hey Anne, you were waiting for this for a long time. So let's see. So I'm still waiting for her to join. Yeah, most probably. Yes, there she is. Let me send the request. I've sent it, then you can accept it now and we will talk. Hey Clara.
Hey, can you hear me okay? Oh, I better turn up my light. Hang on.
Yeah, you did it though. You did it very good.
Yeah, I did this. Is it? Oh God! Now, if I turn up my light, I can't see you guys both. Is that light okay or not?
It's okay because it doesn't show for us. It's okay.
Is that better?
It's perfect now.
We're gonna. So basically, I'm gonna waste half of this video just fucking around with my light ring. Okay, come on then. Right. Hi. Hi. Oh my God, this is so crazy being on Instagram Live. Never done it. So
So
I'm an Instagram Live virgin.
yeah,
I did. Yeah,
I'm
sorry, go on.
I'm glad your first was with me. It happened to many artists actually.
Really?
Yeah.
It's it's crazy. Have you had many TikTok people on here?
No, actually,
Like,
it was maybe my first time that I'm doing it with someone who is famous in TikTok even more than Instagram.
yeah, I'm nothing on Instagram. But it's very sweet of you to call me famous on TikTok.
I'm
And
not
call me a
even there
comedian.
on TikTok, but that's what I
So
assume because many people are talking about you on that platform.
yeah, no, I mean, they do call me TikTok famous, but I mean, what is that? I don't know. But I put my I put some music on in the background just now, thinking, yeah, I'll be a bit cool. I never have music on a live, and then I was like, actually, it's really distracting. I'm just going to turn it down because it's distracting me. So that's that.
Yeah.
So how's it going? Go
Uh,
for it. Shoot. What do you want to know?
Pardon?
Can you hear? Have I paused?
No, no, it's okay. It's okay now.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I can
You've
hear
paused.
you. Yeah, it's
Okay,
okay
no,
now.
no, no, no. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're
So,
fine.
Clara, would you please tell us about the videos that you are posting? What's the idea about that?
Gosh, now that's a broad question. So basically, I started TikTok because I just wanted to. Basically, my husband just said, "Oh, there's this big like thing, dance going on. You know, the blinding lights dance." And he was like, "I reckon you could do that." And this was back in April, and I was like, "Let's have a look at it." And it was going over all the NHS staff doing it. So I was like, "Ooh, I could do that." So I went onto TikTok purely to do that dance. And then I started like scrolling through and going, "Oh, you can do other stuff on here other than dances." So then I was like, I've always been a massive comedy fan. And so, and I've written a lot of comedy. So I was like, maybe I should start. So I started doing lip syncs and stuff. So anyway, fast forward, and now I'm doing everything. So long as it's mainly comedy, but I'm doing my own sketches. I'm doing original stuff, little skits, but also lip syncs to funny stuff that I find funny. And I've also turning down the music again, very distracting. And then I also do sort of random dances, which seem to do pretty well. Not sure if it's because they're laughing at me or with me, but it
Certainly with you.
they're, they're doing all right. So I'm going to carry on dancing. Why not? I might be a pro dancer after this. You know, the options are endless. So yeah, so that's the story behind my TikTok thing.
When exactly did it all started?
So mid-April, I decided to join
So it
TikTok, and
was
I've never.
after Corona.
Yeah, so yeah, oh yeah, during lockdown. Yeah, so I did a music a parody music video on uh YouTube. Basically, it took me 5 weeks to do a parody music video of All About That Bass because we were going into lockdown, and end of March I was like, oh, I'm gonna write this music video. And then I got my husband to film like a sentence here and there of me dancing and doing to this thing, uploads it to YouTube, and that's done all right. You know, it's got like 7 or 8 thousand views or something, which on YouTube, you know, I get that in like what, half an hour on TikTok, but you know, different story. But yeah, so I did that, and it took me 5 weeks doing this backwards and forwards, one line here with the two kids in the house, one line there, and then yeah, and then I was like, I'm joining TikTok. That's it.
I
Boom,
see.
done.
So, as I can understand that the lockdown had a high effect on your decision to start such a thing, right?
Your face is paused, but I think I heard the question. Was it the lockdown had a huge impact on
Your
what was it?
decision to start such videos.
Yeah, God, yeah, massive decision. Because I was, you know, at that time I had a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old, so it's impossible to be doing. Plus, TikTok's like a platform where you can do these short clips before Reels came out, but you know, you can do these short clips, and it's very creative, and it's just a chance to do what you want to do and get immediate support and verification of how good your stuff is, if it is. And then if something's not working, equally, you know that as well, and you're like, okay, I won't be doing that again. And then you know, you figure out what's working and what people like, and it's just a really cool, really cool platform to be creative and do your own stuff on it. And so it was a way to have the 3-year-old and a 2-year-old not feel like I had to sort of write a long script and do a proper sketch that was filmed properly and put it on YouTube and hope that you get the traction. So as soon as I discovered TikTok, I was like, this is something where I can do my passion and still look after 2 kids during lockdown and then get my stuff out there, basically.
Yeah. And do
Yeah.
you think without these lockdowns, would it ever happen for you that you start such a thing?
No. Oh God, no. There's no way. No. There's absolutely no way. I've spoken to a couple of friends who have done sort of pretty well out of you know, launching themselves in any perspective. You know, I see it as good in the fact that I've got, you know, 104,000 followers or something on. Not that I'm counting. 104,823 followers, something like that. Anyway, on TikTok. So when you know, the fact that sort of got to that stage, you get an avid following, and then also on top of that, you know, you get amazing interviews.
Yeah, so bloody pro, as you call them.
I definitely wasn't hoping that Graham Norton was going to be my first interview.
Yeah,
No,
everyone needs a start, and many are starting with me anyway. So why not?
Hey, look, I started where I started. I need, you know, I need to give you the boost too. No, it's no. I've seen some of your interviews; they're great. But you know, and also, you know, just different things. Like now, you know, they're paying people on, you know, on the Creator Fund, you know, so it's starting to bring in a bit of money for me. So I really want to just continue doing it, and basically, I want to be able to change my job title from housewife to pro content creator or something equally as shit as that.
What
but
about
you know,
comedian?
Sorry?
What about
yeah, comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's very kind of you to call me comedian on your advert. But yeah, no, comedian, of course. Everyone on my lives on TikTok always go, oh, so when are you going on tour? You know, I'd buy your tickets for your stand-up. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing stand-up. Are you kidding me? There's absolutely no way I'm doing stand-up. But that's just a completely different comedy. You know, other people who don't do stand-up who write and act in comedy are called comedians. So yeah, I would like to definitely be able to eventually class myself in that category. But my ultimate dream would be to act in a comedy sketch show like on TV and write for that as well.
Yeah, I see. And this is very interesting that how COVID also influenced our lives in positive ways, and it did things that which couldn't happen. Like for example, you mentioned you started these videos, and in my case,
Yeah.
I started these interviews. I would never wanted to maybe do such a thing, but as
Oh,
soon as I got
really?
bored at home, I said, yes, why not? And as soon as I did it, I learned a lot from different people that I got addicted to it. I want to do it more
That's
and more.
so cool. So when did you do your first one?
It was in the mid of June, if I'm not mistaken.
So the middle of June, you're like, I'm just going to ask someone to interview them.
Yeah, some of the friends I knew that they were stars. Then I had
Yeah.
contact with them. I said, "Why not? Let's start with you," and then
So
it
so
continued.
who was the first one that you did?
Yeah, it was interesting,
Who
and
who who, who was it? The first interview, the person you interviewed?
it was Belladonna Music Band.
Oh yes, I remember you said. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
That's
by
so
the way, and
cool.
not only interviews, you know, I'm a university professor, but now that I started this thing, suddenly the artistic part of me got alive, and now I'm
Wicked.
writing short movies and creating one.
Oh, wicked. Well, you know where to get your actress from? I did read your sort of bio, and I saw that you're in computers and sort of mathematics and stuff, which is basically exactly what my husband is like. And so he went to Imperial College and he did computer studies and he did maths and da da da. And he's very much into software and all that sort of stuff. And actually, I saw that you're at uni in Cyprus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my husband's cousin is in the Navy in Cyprus. So I was like, God,
Oh,
this interview is
so
meant
many,
to be.
so many
Yeah.
similarities.
Yeah.
So you know what kind of doctor I am now, based on the ad that you had yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, but after I put that ad on TikTok, loads of people like looking you up and going, "Oh, I looked him up. He's Doctor of Mathematics, and he's." They were telling me all about him. I was like, "I'm gonna go and look him up now." So you might have a few hits on your page. I think that advert's got about 8,000 views on TikTok. So
Oh, really?
so.
Because I'm not on TikTok, so it's good
No,
to know.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I think as of about now, it's got about 8,000 views and yeah, loads of likes and loads of comments about, oh, well, we'll be there and, you know, all of that stuff.
Yeah, so what would it be the ultimate aim for you now that you know that you are into this? So what would you describe
My,
as the ultimate aim?
right. So my ultimate aim would be, I basically, a few years ago, I started writing a comedy series with with one of my very, very close friends. And she is the wife of my husband's best friend. Work that out. But basically, my husband's best friend has a wife, and she's one of my closest friends. So, and we started writing a comedy, like sitcom, basically, a while back. Very, very funny. Basically, she then went and did a writing course with like a BBC writing course, and then a couple of the BBC people came in and said, "Oh, this is up." I mean, not to big ourselves up, but one of the producers was like, "Oh, that's like up there with stuff like The Office." And we were like, so we thought it'd take off. No, but literally, she was just showing a little bit of it, and then she got married. I got married. She had her kid just before my first kid. Then she had her second kid just before, and our kids are only like 18 months apart. Both, she's got two kids. I've got two kids, 18 months apart. So we're trying to finish up. The pilot is done. The first episode is done, but we now need to film it or film scenes of it and get it on YouTube or get 1-minute skits of it onto TikTok and Instagram, and then hopefully be able to film the actual full-length pilot. So that would be great to get that off the ground. That's an ultimate dream. And another one would be to be in a regular sketch show. I love sketches, short sketches, you know, like Smack the Pony or oh God, and French and Saunders, bloody love them. The sketch I did a couple of nights ago about telling the fox to fuck off, that everyone's like, oh my God, this is so French and Saunders. This is like Fleabag. You know, Fleabag's one of my favorite shows. You know, doesn't she remind you of Jennifer Saunders, the way she delivers stuff? You know, all of that sort of stuff. So French and Saunders, Smack the Pony, Fleabag, all that sort of comedy stuff. That's my ultimate dream, to be in something on TV and co-write it as well. I mean, it's not that much to ask, really.
Yeah, I think you are very close to that. You can make it happen very soon.
Yeah, I'm so close. I'm like so close.
Yeah. No, not that like that.
I'm so close, like having some avid followers on TikTok. No, I love you guys.
I'm sure it will happen for you very soon. And how do you get your ideas for your writings? Is it just accidental, or you just go to a place and think about this stuff?
No, well, a lot of it is accidental, but a lot of it is observational stuff. You may have noticed that a lot of it is just through stuff that I've come across, or it will be like random stuff. Like, did you see the Fox one a couple of nights? So that was just like, I was actually thinking back to when I used to be in London, like living the crazy life. And every time I went out midweek, whatever, I used to say, God, I need to get my life in order. And then I thought about like stuff that people do when they're pissed and do random stuff, just like say to a table like, oh, yeah, kick it away, like fuck off, you know. And then I thought, like, people say that to wildlife about being in their garden and stuff. I was just trying observational stuff of like what, you know. So that was that one. But yeah, mainly it's observational stuff that turns it, and a lot of it comes up, even though it's been lockdown and I've had to think of things that I've just found funny. A lot of the sketches have come since lockdown has eased a bit and I've met up with friends. And because a lot of my friends are bloody hilarious, we end up just having these conversations where a joke gets carried on and carried on and carried on, like, and then I'll just turn it into a little skit, and I'll go, oh my God, and I write it down on my phone. I've got like a notes section of my phone where I've got like TikTok ideas, and I just like quickly write that down, and I right, that's got to be a sketch. And yeah, there was one recently I was at a dinner party, rule of 6. No, it was. And we were around at someone's house, and there were 3 couples, 6 of us. We were having a dinner party, and someone was just talking about the fact they'd got an electric car. I still find it fucking hilarious. I've already done this sketch. I don't know if you saw it, but someone said, so I got an electric car last week, eventually, and then someone else said, sorry. So it's not even my idea. It was just listening to someone's conversation. But someone else said to her, oh, right, how are you feeling about that? And she said, oh, well, I'm a bit nervous, actually, about driving it. And they said, what is that? Because you're a bit worried that someone's going to say, like, fucking twat. And she went, no, not at all. So I made a bigger sketch out of it by making it a bit exaggerated, by saying, oh, I got an electric car recently. The next person says, yeah, and she goes, I'm a bit nervous about driving it. And saying, what? Because someone might say, like, fucking twat. And then I exaggerate it and go, all like, dickhead, or like, what are you doing in that, wanker? And yeah, and then I go on and on and on. And then she goes, no, I wasn't worried about that at all, but I am now. So yeah, so just like, watching something, and if I laugh out loud at something, I'll just write around that and just try and make it a bit more, 7 years. God, I've just suddenly realised there's all these things coming up.
Yeah, there are some comments. I'm also trying to catch them, and as soon as I find some interesting ones, I will also share with you. And so some of them you also said maybe it happens like impulsive case. Like for example, today for James Blunt, was it impulsive?
Sorry, James Blunt. Sorry, I'm just. Oh yes, sorry, sorry, that one. Oh, sorry, James Blunt. Oh yes, that. I actually, that one is actually I'm using someone else's sound on that, but it's because the original sound on that is just a woman in the car listening to it, and then she turns it to her husband, and then he does that fucking high, and so and because she's watching it and turns it to her husband, he looks at the camera and does it. I was like, I do that all the time with this, like, but I do it properly, so I was like, I've got to use it, so I just use that thing because it's doing well as well. So if you use someone else's sound to do your own version of it, so yeah, I did that. So yeah, that was just something I laughed out loud at yesterday, and I was like, I've got
But
to
do
do that
you
one.
really turn down the radio or sing along?
Well, sometimes I like my own voice so much that I turn down the radio.
Really?
And I just belt it out. I'm like, I'm probably better than the original right now, so
Sure.
it's probably best I just turn it down so that my 3-year-old and 2-year-old can properly hear how amazing my voice is. Yeah, so no, in answer to your question, I turn down the radio.
Yeah, I love the one, by the way, about because what was the name of the song? I also share it on my story, Because of You.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I love that
shouting.
one with your children. Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah. Were they in the car then as well? I do too many TikToks in that. I just filmed another one today in the car with my kids in the back, which I haven't uploaded. It's in my drafts because I filmed them both at the same time, like while I was en route to somewhere. So I was like, I can't upload them both at the same time, so I'll upload it a bit later. It's a very similar sort of, well, it's not similar at all, but I'll upload it tomorrow.
So what would be the influence on your children when they see you recording such videos? I think automatically they get interested in being actors.
Yeah, well, my 4-year-old has already. She's starred in quite a few. She's better at learning lines than I am. She says to me, now she calls it my work. She originally at the start of lockdown, it was like, oh yeah, I'll be in a video, and then she'd like run off and halfway through, and now now I go, I've just got quite a lot to do today because I've got to put the washing on, and after that I've got some work to do. And then she goes, okay mummy, okay, just do a TikTok and then we'll play and do a puzzle. And I go, okay, if you're telling me to do that, that's absolutely fine. We'll go by your schedule. So I'm like, yeah, I'm up for it. I'll do that. Thanks very much. So I then go off and film a TikTok. But she's starred in quite a few. And I say, when I've thought of one with a kid in it, I go, so, or my child or anyone, I just say, so Cressy, do you want to do a video? Mum, she goes, yes, what do I need to say? Okay, so you just need to come over and say, oh, Mummy, Nana would let me do that. And she goes, okay, I've got it. Oh, Mummy, Nana would let me do that. And I go, oh my God, that was like first take. That was amazing. And then I go, do you want to do it again? She goes, yeah, I'll do it in a different way this time. Okay. Wow. Then she does it in a different way. And I go, no, that's a bit too much. Like, let's go back to the old one. She goes, okay, let's do the old one again. Okay, all right, I'll do it. So she's actually like, now she's just all over it. And she just loves that. And then she'll just go, okay, is that done now? And I go, yeah, that's done. She goes, okay, I'll be on my iPad for 5 minutes until you finish. I go, all right, thank you.
Yeah, it would be such a good atmosphere for her. And in Middle Eastern countries, usually this is the different case because everyone are pushing their children to be doctors or something like that. So this is absolutely different. And
yeah, I think whatever makes them happy. But I can see that she just loves it and loves performing. I wouldn't push it on her, but if she wants to be involved, that's why I go, do you want to do it or you don't have to? And she goes, yeah, I do. Yeah, of course I want to do it. So she's not like, you know, it's not like this is how I got into, you know, I got an agent when I was a child for acting, and my mum never pushed that. It was someone who saw me and my brothers in a play at school and said, oh, you know, my sister's an acting agent. I think they need to get an agent. So, you know, and our first job was acting as Jonathan Ross's kids on his show. But it was, yeah, so, you know, and that, you know, my mum wasn't like a stage school mum. We were at, you know, well, not a normal, we were at private school, but like prep school, and the headmistress used to kick off and headmaster used to kick off and be like, no, you got to stop this, or you go to stage school. So we stopped it. But, you know, I never had a pushy mum. She just said, whatever you guys are happy doing, just do it. And my passion was doing acting and singing and dancing and all that sort of stuff. And I'll go with what Cressy wants to do, but she's very much just in the last few months got totally involved and loves it all. And she goes, why don't you go and do a video while I go and clean up these toys, and then after that we'll go and do a puzzle together, and then do you need me to be in any of them? No. She's like really grown up, but she's got the best sense of humor. It's hilarious. Like, she has me in fits. She'll be really deadpan, and then she'll just look at me. Probably like my side glass. That's probably where I got it from. But yeah, she does that a lot.
What does your husband think, or his reaction about all this?
So at the start, I did a TikTok on this actually quite a few months ago.
Yeah, I watched it.
Quite a few months ago, about him. He at the start he was like, you know, filming. Oh, it's a bit annoying filming, but you know, I'll film it for you. Yeah, you know, just handheld, blah blah blah. Sending it off to all his friends. Look at, yeah, they were mainly lip syncs, man. Sending them off to everyone he knew. Check out my wife. She's lip syncing amazingly. And then the next stage, like a couple of weeks later, sorry, you want me to film it? Oh, fucking hell. Okay, yeah. And then it was like, Clara, have you seen that one? Got like 100,000 views. That's amazing. And then the next time it was like, I bought you a tripod.
I see.
And then the next one was, I've gone one step further. I've now bought you another tripod with a light ring. I didn't even ask for that. He saw a tutorial come up on his page as like a normal thing, and he went, I saw a tutorial, they're all using these light rings. I've bought you one, it's arriving tomorrow, you don't need me anymore. That was it. And now genuinely my avid followers are more avid followers than he is. So he just literally does it, you know, it does nothing, and then he'll be like, oh, sometimes he'll come in from his home office and go, do you need me to look after the kids while you do a video? And I go, oh yeah, that'd be great, thanks. But then he'll just be like, I'll go, oh, did you see that one I did yesterday? It's 200,000 views in like 3 days. He goes, no, what's that? Oh right, great, thanks. So, you know, he's very blasé about the whole thing.
Yeah. What would be your favorite video among all these videos that you made?
That's a tough one, because there are a few for different reasons, but the first one has got to be the one that first went viral, so to speak. And by viral, it hasn't even got the most amount of views, but it's the one that I had the most amount of messages from people around the world who I knew in Australia, America, shown on TV 3 times on different programs. So the most viral in that respect, but certainly not the most amount of views on TikTok or anywhere else, is the one where I'm just saying, you know, my husband and I have decided we don't want kids. Yeah. So we'll be telling them tonight at dinner. And that one was on Loose Women, BBC Breakfast, and apparently this morning, which a few followers told me, I never saw it, but on Holly and Phil on This Morning as well. So that I've got a fond love of, because I didn't have many followers. Well, I did, but I had like, I think 15 or 20,000 followers when I did that video. And you know, I started getting messages from my brother's a film director in America. So he's like LA and San Diego, and the guy who acted as, like, I don't know if Andrew might be on here. I don't know. We follow each other on Instagram, but the Andrew Steele, the guy who's like the main actor in that, he texted me and said, "Oh my God, my mum has just," and I went to my brother's LA premiere and I was hanging out with the main guy's family the whole time, the lead actor's family the whole time. Got on really well with his sister, and his parents were awesome. And he said, "Oh, my mum's just texted me a TikTok of yours." And I said, "You do realize who that is? That's Theo's sister, Clara, who you hung out with in LA and San Diego at the premieres." And she was like, "What? Oh yes, yeah." So he was like, "So it's been going around, you know, it's in Australia." And so I've got fond memories of that memories. No, I love that. So that's that. And then another one, one of my favorites is I'm pointing at my front door. Another one is the policewoman turning up at my door and asking how many people are in my house. And rule of six, and me saying 6. And then her asking to come in and me saying, "No, I can't, because that would be breaking the rules." Loved that because I loved acting both parts and being a bit awkward. And also that's the one that took off the most so quickly. My last one was the one the other night, the Fuck Off Fox. The Fuck Off Fox one, because I just loved acting it, and I loved all the, you know, Fleabag comments, which is what I love on TV.
Yeah, and the video you mentioned, which went viral for the first time, I remember the first time I was watching it, I was thinking what she's talking about, because she has 2 kids. Then at the end,
that's hilarious. So you are a good follower. You know my story before you've seen it.
Yeah, but still,
that's a good thing about it being shown on TV. Yeah, that's the good thing about it being shown on TV. No one knows, you know, who I am, so they'll believe it off the bat. Whereas, like, the proper followers, like, "Yeah, you lost me there, because I know for a fact that you've got 2 kids."
And by the way, you mentioned that you don't want to pursue stand-up comedy, but why is that?
I think stand-up comedy, hats off to those bloody people. Full stop. It's just a really demanding, hard thing, isn't it, to do?
Yeah, sure.
I just think it's one of the toughest things you can do. I love Ricky Gervais's stand-up. I love Michael McIntyre's stand-up. I used to love Eddie Izzard back in the 90s, 2000s. It's a tough gig, because you're going to get a lot of people I just look at some of my reactions, some of my comedy. You know, you're going to get some trolls, which are just people going, "That wasn't funny," or, you know, which very rarely happens, by the way. But no, you do get the old person who just goes, "Yeah, whatever, move on, you middle-aged woman," you know, whatever. And you know, and you'd get that in real life, you know, coming from the audience sometimes, if you're not, or just not even the shouting, heckling, just the lack of laughter. You know, if you're doing your sketches and someone's watching it on TV, if you've been commissioned for TV, you know you're good enough in some element for enough people to like it, to actually want it. But if you're just throwing yourself out there on the comedy circuit going, "Right, I'm going," and I know that enough people like my stuff, because obviously I've been on this platform, and I know that there are 100,000 people who follow and want to see more and actually want to watch my stuff. But they're not just like one-liner jokes or jokes or just stuff that I can say for an hour and a half. It's very different writing comedy skits and then standing up for an hour and a half. You know, if I'm saying an hour and a half, like I'd make it as one of the biggest stand-up people ever, or even 10 minutes and just speaking non-stop without anyone else. The closest I have come to it is doing a live on TikTok, where I'm not talking in a duo live like here, where I talk for an hour or an hour and a half, just reading comments and doing sort of comedic responses and talking, you know, trying to do a bit of comedy with my responses, and then people coming back to me and going, "Oh my God, this like watching stand-up, you should do stand-up." I'm like, no, it's not like watching stand-up, because I'm reading your comments and then I'm reacting off them. And if I could stand in an audience and just ask everyone to ask me a question and then I'd respond. That's fine.
But
I'm not just
still,
going to
there's
write.
a narrow border, it's very close to each other.
Yeah,
For sure, you have the
absolutely.
potential, but to dare to do that, this is another matter, I think.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
guess you
And
have
it's
potential
a
for sure.
tough industry as well.
Yeah.
It's just as tough. I'd rather try and focus all my energy on the other tough industry, which is trying to get my writing and acting off the ground.
Yeah, because as a writer, you feel comfortable that you have time to develop your character based on the writing. But as you mentioned, for the stand-up comedy, sometimes you should improvise things at the moment, which is very hard. I can't
Yeah,
do it for sure, for example.
which is, I mean, I do it quite a lot on lives. Some of the people who I've seen on here tonight, who are followers on TikTok, have seen me on lives. Just go off on a tangent and just tell stories in a comedic way and stuff like that. But that's because I'm getting a bit of feedback at the same time, not just laughter, but people are then commenting and then I'm reacting to that comment. And it's very much a sort of two-way stream, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And someone asked, what do you prescribe to Clara? Because of my nickname, I guess it was the confusion that I'm a doctor in hospital. So
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, what did they say?
yeah, they say, what do you prescribe to Clara now?
Oh yeah, what do you prescribe to me?
Yeah, because I'm a mathematic doctor, so I don't know.
You're like algebra,
Yeah. What do I
something
say?
like that.
Calculus, maybe. I suggest prescribe calculus for you.
I'll just read a couple of. Let's just see if there's anything. Awesome Clara, love the fox on too. Dr. Tim. Oh yeah, Dr. 2M. Is there a prescription for this lady? Oh God. Oh, you can't scroll back that far, can you?
Yeah, that's the problem with live. Also, I miss many comments because of the same problem as you mentioned. Usually, they should repeat it again and again so that they can cut the attention of those.
Oh, right, because on TikTok, I quite often scroll back and scroll back and scroll, and I can keep scrolling and keep seeing the comments. But I mean, to be fair, when you're doing a duo live, it's more about the chat, isn't it, than the. But I do lives. I don't really do lives on Instagram, Graceful Days, but I do it on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, I go live every Thursday on TikTok about 8:30 for about an hour and a half.
And Clara, we do something
Dr.
fun.
QM, you need to join TikTok just purely to go to the live.
I should give it a try. After I saw your videos, I understood there is another word there. I should check it out.
Yeah. Oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I love it. And there are a lot of talented people in there.
That's changing my social platform, because I remember when Facebook was coming around, I was very loyal to MySpace. I didn't want to move. Then I understood everyone are on Facebook. I should do it.
Yes.
So.
No, it doesn't. Very much people are now who are on TikTok are trying to suppress. I always had my Instagram private for ages, and then people were like, "You're getting so big on TikTok, you need to start promoting yourself on Instagram." I was like, I just find TikTok so, it's just so much more positive than Facebook and Instagram on the whole. Like everyone's there to have a good time. Everyone's just like, doesn't give a shit. Everyone, some of the videos are just like random stuff that they're like, I did a pumpkin picking one today. I haven't uploaded to Instagram yet because I'm just like, well, people actually get it on here. Like, I'm just like, even though it's comedic and it's funny, because it was so bad that pumpkin picking day that I was just like constantly doing like each video. But I was just like, will people even be interested? Like TikTok, they'll look at it and be like, oh, that's fun. There's just like a really good energy there, apart from obviously the odd troll, but that's like 1 in a million. But yeah, it's a really fun and cool platform.
Yeah, for sure. I give it a try.
You will be addicted though once you're on it.
Yeah, well, for sure. And you know, we do something on our page as a challenge named Crazy Eyebrow, and we try to pull one eyebrow up, one down. Can you do that?
Oh God, no,
No.
no. Yes. Hang on.
No, that's a no. That's cheating.
Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I don't, I don't think I've ever tried to do this since I was about 16. No, I definitely can't do it. There's absolutely no way. Now I just look weird.
Yeah, you know, some of the people I had interview with, they
Sorry?
couldn't do that like you, but after 1 month, for example, they practiced and they could do it. It was interesting.
So what? There's no way. I don't even know how you'd keep this one down. There's no way.
I did it since my childhood, so automatically, without thinking about anything, just happened.
I just like, can you raise an eyebrow? Yeah. Oh, that's not even raising an eyebrow. What's going on? Jesus Christ.
And
yeah,
then,
no, I can't. Thanks. Thanks, Shaz. Thanks.
and I
I know.
noticed many people are doing this gesture parallelly. Like, for example, The Rock is famous as pioneer, or we have many. For example, Dr.
Sorry?
Evil, you know, Austin Power, Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
He does
Yeah.
something similar. And
Yeah.
then I'm trying to collect all of them, and I actually enter all of them inside this challenge. It was very interesting.
Oh, so now I'm not even going to be involved in the bloody challenge because I can't do it. So I've got to practice and send you a video.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it to see.
There we
when
go.
they
I'm
have-
going to go on a YouTube tutorial how to raise an eyebrow because I've got so much time to do that. Let's watch YouTube tutorials on how to do my eyebrow raise. No, but the weird thing is I will actually be doing that.
So,
No, I will.
Clara, have you ever been in Cyprus before, by the way?
I have. I've been to, hang on. No, I haven't. I've been to Crete. Sorry, not Cyprus. But we are planning on going to visit my husband's cousin who lives there. She's in the RAF there. So she's in
Paphos, maybe.
No, I don't think it's Paphos because it's south of Paphos. God, it's quite a well-known place.
You mean which one, for example? Limassol? Maybe.
No, maybe. Oh, yes, yes, that's one of the airports that you can fly into.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's near there, exactly.
So that would be very lovely to see you guys when you come by around in Cyprus.
Oh yeah, well I'll let you know.
That would be so lovely.
Yeah, definitely. How far are you away from there?
Actually, I'm in the northern region now, and we have a border between northern region and southern region, as you probably know. And there are lots of problems for passing the border, even for a foreigner. But there are many ways to make it happen anyway. For example, for someone who is coming from Britain, they can come to the northern side easily without any problem. But of course, after
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, by the time we're probably flying there, everything's going to be over.
Let's hope that.
Yeah. Let's all hope.
So, Clara, thanks a lot for joining me today. It was very lovely talking with you. I had very hard and long day. After talking with you, I feel so fresh now.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's really really good, and you're great. And thanks very much for, breaking my Instagram virginity.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's really.
Proud
anyway.
to do that anyway.
But keep doing what you're doing. Well done, and we'll stay in touch.
Clara, I wish you luck in this thing that you have started. I know there will be many beautiful things waiting for you in this career, and I'm following you to catch them all.
No, I'm not joking. I am. No, I'm not. No, I know. Thank you so much. It's been really, really good. Thanks.
Thank you, Clara. See you.
Take
Thanks
care.
everyone for
Bye.
joining us. Bye bye.
Thanks, everyone. Cheers. Bye.
Bye bye.